What's up, guys? Rick here with a Jock Market preview for the PGA Championship. And if you don't know what Jock Market is, I made a video about this last week because I've been playing this stock market DFS game where essentially all of the golfers are stocks and you can buy and sell them before and during the event, which is pretty awesome. And I'm a big believer in the concept. So I just made a video about it, and I talked about it in the Slack channel, and guys were curious. So I made a video about it. And I was interested to hear how many others of you were playing as well. So I wanted to try this again because the more I play it, the more I learn about it. Obviously, I'm still very, very new to it. And I wanted to be able to continue to go along with these videos and try to figure out what the best strategy is. So without further ado, let's jump into the stock market on Jock Market for the PGA Championship. All right, so this is the Jock Market lobby, and from what I can tell, there are two PGA Championship contests for this week. There is one free contest with $500 in the prize pool and 500 players. So you should certainly be playing that since it's, it's literally free money. I think it's $50 or $100 up top for first place. So go ahead and get into that. And then there's also actually a paid contest. So I think they just started doing paid contests just a few weeks ago, which is, I think they're still very early in this. And this is a $500, scratch that, $2 500 player. So that would be $1,000 in the prize pool, but this is $2,000 in the prize pool. So there is a $1,000 guaranteed overlay, which I absolutely love and will take advantage of that. And you can see that it says IPO open. So that means we are in the IPO phase, which opens, I believe, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. This is your opportunity to bid on golfers before the tournament starts. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern on Wednesdays, that is when all of the bids and all of the shares are distributed. Then you'll know what shares of which golfers that you have. And, someone had asked me, can you buy and sell during the weekend, during the event? Like, yeah, that's the whole point. That's the best part. So let's do this. I'm going to join this $2 one here, and you can see, okay, so, I should have looked at this. So right now there's 127 users out of 500 in, $2,000 total prizes. Okay, cool. IPO opens. Okay, I was right. And then live trading. Okay, cool. Final trading close. Sweet. Okay, so let's join this for $2. And I think my strategy for last week was to try to go down and get like some really guys that I thought were really undervalued, Fleetwood, Mackenzie Hughes, and stick with them for the vast majority of this. And I don't know what's right? I'm still trying to figure out the strategy as well, trying to figure out what is best. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently here. And it is very early since the IPO is open. So you can see the bids are still very small. I mean, John Rahm is 1.82 chips. So, $1.82 is easier for me to wrap my head around that, which is very cheap. And some of these guys are obviously going to go up much more than this. So let's do this. I want to allocate my funds a little bit better this time. Let's try Patrick Cantley, who I think is in a unique situation where he played well enough last week to make me interested in him. The way he played on the weekend, he had the 5th best score on the weekend, but he also didn't play well enough to, I think, really expose himself to the general public, to move his Vegas odds, anything like that. So I'm actually going to bid on Patrick Cantley, and let's see how much I want to bid on him. So I think Cantley can do really well. So I want to look at like his finishing position for maybe 15th. And actually, you know what you can do? I think you can do this. If you click on, hold on, let me figure out how to do this here. If I click on his name, and my screen recorder slows this down. Okay, here we go. So what you can actually do is you can actually sort through and say, okay, I think if I think Patrick Reed is going to finish 6th, that would be his fair value would be 14 chips. If I think he's going to finish 7th, it'll be 13. So like this is pretty cool to kind of go slot by slot to see what I should potentially bid on him. Now, I like this top 15 situation, so I'm going to bid, I don't know, 8. Let's do that 875. Okay, so let's do 875 for that 15th place finish, and let's buy some share or bid on some shares, excuse me, of Patrick Cantley. Now, remember, I'm bidding 875, but I'm only paying 1 cent more than the other bid. So if the next closest bid is $6, I'll get him for 601, and I'll still have the rest of my funds available. So I'm going to submit this order on Patrick Cantley, and we'll see how this turns out, of course. So that is a bid on 8 shares of Patrick Cantley. Oh, there we go. And then I think I need to get some exposure to some of the big dogs, because if your guy goes out and actually wins the golf tournament, that is a situation like you could have paid any amount for him, right? So I am going to try to get some exposure to Brooks here. He's at 167 right now. That's obviously going to go up. So I'm willing to invest in a pretty big way here. I'm trying to think how much I want to do. I probably want to do something. I mean, what's his top 5? Let's see what his top 5 number is. 14, about 15 chips or so. So let's do that. I want to buy in on Brooks Koepka, and I want to do, let's see what 6 shares would be. If I do 6 shares, that's 88. I'll still have 179 available. Okay, let's do 6 shares of Brooks Koepka. Trying to allocate, I think I need to do a better job of getting enough shares of enough different golfers and try to hit, especially in a field this deep where you've got the top 36 players in the world. You've got everybody from, 96 to the top 100 in there. I think that I need to do a better job of getting exposure to more golfers instead of only trying to find the buy low opportunities like I did last week. I think that was a pretty big mistake. So we've got a couple of bids in there on Brooks Koepka. And then I want to do Tyrrell Hatton. I think there's been a little drift on Tyrrell Hatton in both the outright market, kind of what his fantasy prices are on other sites, and I think there's been a bit of a drift because of that horrid event that he had last week. So I want to get an opportunity to buy on Hatton here, and I don't know what I should bid. How much do I have available here? Let's trying to think how much I want to leave if I want to get anybody else. So let's do this. Let's bid. What would $5 do, or 5 chips do? No, let's try 6. Okay, so that'll be 28th. Let's do 650 so we can call it like a maybe like a top 25. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 650 or 6.5 chips. We'll do a few shares of Tyrrell Hatton, and of course, we're going to see over the next day or two until Wednesday evening. If I get outbid, I can come in and reallocate these shares. I'll get a notification. If I win on Wednesday night, I've got some of these shares. Let's do 5 shares. So this is going to leave me with, let's see how much I'm going to have available here. What is that? Probably about 58 chips, something like that is what I'll have available. And then I want to go really low, and I want to try to get maybe a lot of shares of one guy. Just in case, like if I get a bottom dweller and he goes out and finishes even like T25, something like that, I think I can make a nice little chunk of change because I'm going to have so many shares of him. So I'm kind of trying 2 different strategies here, which might not be the best idea I've ever had. But again, still learning. So let's go down here. Where's Ryan Palmer? I've maybe talked about Ryan Palmer too much this week that he might get bet up quite a bit. Sergio's okay, so there's Palmer, 109, or Cam Champ. I'm actually pretty high on Cam Champ. He's 110. So let's do this. Let's get freaky here. All right, let's bid. And I guess I'm telling you what I'm bidding, so you could come in here and theoretically outbid me. Don't do that. No, you can do it if you want. I'm going to bid. How many funds do I have left? I have 58. So let's bid 250 on Cam Champ. Maybe a little bit more than that, because if he only has to finish T58, let's try $3. That'll be 52nd. If I could somehow win Cam Champ at $3, I'd probably be pretty happy. We'll see if this holds. So I'm going to do as many shares as I have left. So probably, what's that going to be? 18 maybe? 19? Can I do 19? Okay, I could bid 19 here, which would be 57, 57. So I've allocated all of my funds during IPO, which you don't need to do, right? I mean, you can save all of your chips for in-game. You can spend half of them. You can spend whatever you want. But right now, especially because I think I'm going to get outbid on some of these guys, that I'm willing to kind of see where we go in IPO, and then I'll figure it out from there. And if I need to get off of a guy in the middle of the event or buy somebody later, I think that's going to be fine. I do want to check the structure of this really quickly, because are they really giving away an extra $1,000? Yeah, I guess they are. I mean, this is a 500-person contest that is paying out 10%, like the old poker structures, which is great. And first is $250. It's pretty good. I like that a lot. So that's what I'm going to do this week. Again, there is so much strategy that I need to dive into on this stock market, jock market, DFS type game, and different things that are available. And I really want to pay attention during the week or during the tournament to see kind of the fluctuations in between these golfers. So I'm certainly going to be doing that. If you're in the Slack channel on RickRunGood.com, we talk about jock market quite a bit during the week so that we can kind of see what pricings are. It's funny because some of the guys will outbid me. I'll outbid them. It's a lot of fun. And I know some guys had success last week. I know we had a couple guys that finished in the top 10, so they won money on their free entry. Now the $2 contest is available. So I'm just so bullish on new creative fantasy sports games, and I love the concept of the stock market. That's one of my favorites. So we're playing on Jock Market. Join me. I think it's iOS only, and they just started the paid games, but should be a lot of fun. I will see you over there. Let me know what you think. Tweet me at RickRunGood. Hit me up in the Slack channel. Leave a comment below, whatever it takes. I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck this week.